All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome. I am starting early today because we've got a lot of things happening in crypto today, and I just thought, yeah, I'll just start early and we'll just go through it. It was just over on Tom Crown's channel, and Tom was like going through his normal things, a lot of ETH, a lot of Bitcoin. And then he saw my name in the chat and he's like, KrissPax, oh yeah, we got to talk about Doge. And what did he say about Doge? Biggest crypto upside. So we'll be talking about that. We will check in on Ethereum because Ethereum looks like it's going to bounce off 4,700 and could head to all-time high. Yes, Adam, continuing the ETH watch party right here. We will be watching this as well and see whether ETH makes an all-time high on Kriss's live stream, because it didn't happen on Tom's live stream. So we'll be watching that here. We're going to look at the smelly one. We're going to check in on Bitcoin. Solana making moves along with Bonk. Bonk is catching up. And Litecoin and ADA, Tom had some interesting charts on and how they seem to be performing pretty close to the same and are about the same percentage distance from their previous all-time highs. A lot of talk about all-time highs today. And one of the reasons that Dogecoin is considered to be one of the biggest upside cryptos is because it's got a ways to go before its previous all-time high. Where Bitcoin already hit an all-time high, ETH is getting close to an all-time high, XRP all-time high, and not Doge yet. So instead of complaining about Dogecoin, why don't you do something about it and buy some Dogecoin and enjoy the ride when it happens? And we'll be showing that on the charts as well. So yeah, Shidafu, right? So what does that tell you, right? What does this tell you, dude? This tells you don't buy ETH right now, buy Dogecoin. This is exactly my point. Instead of LOLing it, right? Instead of LOLing it, you should be buying the Dogecoin. So when Dogecoin goes on its run, you make money because you didn't buy ETH at the bottom 3 months ago. So you missed the ETH run, but you don't have to miss the Dogecoin run. That's all I'm saying, dude. And Pepe too. Yeah, Ice Tray. Pepe as well. Pepe is one of those just like Doge, right? That's got a long ways to go before getting back to its all-time high. Doge has more to go than Pepe, but Pepe can do it too. So what do? You complain about it or you buy it, right? I don't want the complainers today. I don't want the complainers. You do something about it, right? You do something about it. This is like my dear friends over on Facebook. Yes, I do use Facebook because a lot of my friends are on Facebook. And I'm in Boston, right, which is left-leaning, liberal, and most of my friends are all diehard Democrats and all that, and they're anti-Trump. And they just spend so much time and energy just bashing everything Trump says. And I try to weasel my way in a little bit and say, but there's an opportunity to do something about it, right? You can complain all you want, but you know what? The last time I looked at my 401k plan, which we talked about yesterday, right? Stocks all-time high, right? You get So do something about it. Trump is making the markets cook, right? The markets are cooking. So invest some of that money and make money off of Trump. Don't just complain about him. You can make money. You can be profitable under this. I'm just like, So, great. ETH is up 100%. Doge is only up 5%. Pick any period of time, and I can show you a period of time when ETH has outperformed, when Dogecoin has outperformed Ethereum. I can play that game. However, I would rather say, what are you going to do about it? Because if you're just going to complain or do your LOLing, I'm just like, you're not going to make it. You're not going to win because you missed the ETH run, but you have an opportunity to buy Pepe, to buy Doge, to buy anything that hasn't gone on a big run yet, that has the bigger upside from here. What are you going to do now? You need to have a plan. We talked about that last week. You make your plan, you execute your plan. And if your plan is just making fun of Kriss and making fun of Dogecoin, that's not going to get you ahead in life, man. Not going to get you ahead in life. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I was thinking about a lot of this while I was watching Tom earlier. That's for Tom Crown. For those coming in, was if you were watching Tom Crown earlier, right? Tom was doing ETH all-time high watch party. He was having fun, but he did call out Dogecoin as being the crypto that he thinks has the biggest upside from here, because it hasn't gone on that mega run yet. We go back to the daily chart, and we can easily point out like all of these big, huge runs that Dogecoin has gone on in the past that it has not done yet this cycle. Well, this year. It did this it went on this big run, right? Last November. Doge has all of the capability of doing that again. And what are you going to do about it? Well, what you're going to do about it is you're just going to complain, right? And then when Dogecoin gets all the way up to this level, right? After it's already done all of this move, it gets up to this level, and then you're going to buy it, right? And then you're going to buy the Dogecoin, right? And then Dogecoin's going to drop in price, and then you're going to complain more. Stupid Dogecoin. Oh, stupid Dogecoin. And it's just like, you had an opportunity to buy when it was down, and you didn't. So you're going to go looking for me to blame again. Oh, Kriss told me to buy Dogecoin at 42 cents. You might want to check your facts there. Might want to check your facts. Who's Tom? Tom is Tom Crown. That is Tom Crown. This is Tom. Cool dude. He just finished streaming about all-time highs, checking ETH, and I'm taking over from Tom. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking over from Tom to see whether ETH does hit its all-time high. Tom Crown, cool guy. So that's my point here is what's got the biggest upside? Not only Doge to reach, just to get back to its cycle high, 48 cents, but then its all-time high all the way up to 73 cents. If Doge is going to do it, you should have some Doge. You should have some Doge. That's my point here. Where we look at the Doge chart, we look where Doge is now, we look where its cycle high was, look where its all-time high is, right? All of that blackness right there, right? That's the potential for Dogecoin, is all of that right there. That's the potential. You look at ETH and you're like, well, ETH is all the way up here. Yeah. if ETH does break its previous all-time high, we're in price discovery on ETH. ETH can go higher. Awesome. Awesome. We look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin already hit an all-time high right here just last month. So I'm talking about potential from here. You want to look at Pepe Ice Tray? Sure, we can look at Pepe. Pepe's all-time high was here. That's when Doge hit 48 cents. Pepe hit, well, I'll just call it 28, right? And now it's at 12. So Pepe has to double and then some to get back to its all-time high that it hit about, 9 months ago. But Pepe can do it. And Pepe, like Doge, I mean, look at this. Pepe is very much like Doge. It runs on these very short windows of pumps, right? This is what Pepe does, right? It's a meme, right? And so it does that. So what's the next one of these, right? You don't want to be chasing after Pepe goes on 100 or 200% run, because then you're chasing and you're buying high. So what you do is, right, you buy some now. So you have a stack of it. So when it does the next big green box, if it does the next green box, you already are loaded up, ready to go. So, yeah, I don't think I've heard a number of people talking about this Russell 2000 correlation, that it needs it. There is no correlation. That's all stocks. Has nothing to do with alt season on crypto, in my opinion. It may in the past have had some circumstantial evidence. I don't know what to call it, right? But it doesn't need to. Doesn't need to. I know, Ryan, you're late. No, I'm early. I'm early today. A lot to talk about. Again, I was inspired by Mr. Tom Crown today. And I was like, I need to come on. And we got a lot to cover. I broke down and bought some fart coin the other day under $1. Common sense. That does make common sense. Fart coin is one of those we're going to look at. And we talked about buying under $1, whether that was a good idea. Anything under $1, and I drew this line at 95 cents here. That's this yellow line, because that seemed to be support. And anything below that was golden. Well, turning out to be true. On the daily chart, turning out to be true for fart coin. You bought Pepe in the low in July 25, and you are loaded up. Yes, Boss Mac, I did. I did hear Tom shout you out when he was going through the roll call. It's like Boss Mac, and it's like, hey, I know Boss Mac. I did hear him call you out. Yes. Tom's really good at that. In his way. I do it my way. He does it his way. It's all good. It's all good, baby. It's all good. This move that Dogecoin has done here is a bullish move. And I know you guys get sick of me saying bullish, but I mean, look at this. Comes up, comes down, comes up a little lower, comes down. And what's the next move? That's what we're waiting to see. What's that next move there? It's not down to 19 cents like somebody called. I think that was Khan, right? Had to go to 19 cents. Nope, not going to 19 cents. That's not happening. Yeah, I do predictions, Ice Trade, but my predictions right now are based on two other things. It's not a price. My predictions are based on the calendar and the catalysts. What's actually happening with something, right? Because You tell me what's happening in the world between now and November. And then I will say what I think the price will be, because it varies. Is Dogecoin going to be on X money, right? X payments. That's a big difference in Doge's price. Yes or no, right? Is Elon going to shout out Dogecoin at some point in time? That makes a big difference in what the price is, right? So we'll look at Bonk, we'll look at Solana, we'll look at Bonk, we'll look at ETH. Yeah, we'll look at all of those. Let me get into my news first, because there was this thing, right? Elon Musk today posts, Grok turns an old picture of me from 50 years ago into a video, which was a quote post from Doge Norway, who says, nice t-shirt, and then does this Grok Imagine video. It's very cute, right? And you're like, oh, isn't that cute? A little Elon Musk picture turned into a little video. This is the big thing on X, right? This is the big thing on X. Okay, this cute little picture of Elon is turned into a video. But then you start looking at it and you go, wait a sec. Look at that shirt he's wearing. It's like, wait a second. Doge wasn't a thing when Elon was that age, right? And I'm like, wait a second. What's going on here? Doge Norway says again, nice t-shirt. Elon has reposted it saying, right, this is an old picture of me from 50 years ago. And I'm like, all right, let me do a little research. And so I go to my friend Google and I say, hey, Google. That's right, Marmello, I'm getting to it. So I went to Google and I said, show me a childhood picture of Elon Musk wearing a blue shirt eating ice cream. And guess what Google found for me? This is the picture. It's a Mickey Mouse picture. It's a Mickey Mouse picture of Elon Musk eating ice cream when he was 4 years old. And I'm like, it's getting to the point now where AI, you can manipulate this to be anything you want. And it's just like, yeah, Elon's been holding Doge since the 70s. Exactly. So Elon reposts this of a picture of him wearing a shirt that didn't exist when he was 4 years old. That shirt did not exist. So Elon had to know that that's not real, right? Not just the Grok Imagine thing, like turning a picture into a video, right? But beyond that, because the guy went and with AI changed the shirt and then made the video. And I'm just like, oh, God. So I thought that was pretty funny. And of course, House of Doge then says, I know that puppy on that t-shirt, Dogecoin, Grok, at X. Now that's what you call an all-star starting lineup. And Grok responds because House of Doge called out Grok. And Grok says, again, another AI, Grok says, absolutely, House of Doge. That puppy's got star power. Dogecoin, Grok, and X forming the ultimate lineup. Let me repeat. Grok says Dogecoin, Grok, and X forming the ultimate lineup. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. For any of you complaining about Dogecoin's price, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Get some Dogecoin. That next big green box, is coming for Dogecoin. You're going to be chasing when it's all the way up at 50 cents. I know it. You're going to be chasing Dogecoin at 50 cents when you could be buying in the 20s. And then I'm going to hear you say, why did you tell me to buy? I like this post today from Kook. These scam coins are getting crazy, right? A lot of scam coins out there, right? Someone just shilled me a 27 trillion supply, no supply cap, only one node, 25% of the supply minted, 25% of the overall supply was just minted in the last 6 months. And 1% of the holders own 30%. And you look at those numbers and you say, like, I don't want to own that. I don't trust that, right? Oh, never mind. That's not a coin. That's the US dollar. That's the US dollar. Just like, yeah. And people complain about Dogecoin minting 5 billion new Dogecoins every year. Dogecoin will never have a decent price because, and I'm just like, have you seen the US dollar? Have you seen the US dollar? Hey, look, Mark Davis says, look, the total crypto market cap is now in price discovery. Yes, over $4 trillion total crypto market cap. Price discovery, new all-time high. So there's more money now in crypto than there has ever been. From last week to last year to 2021. Nope. Now we are in price discovery. Total crypto market cap. And that's without Doge being at an all-time high. We got a lot of room to grow. Coin Bureau says, look, altcoins are ripping. As per Glassnode, on-chain data shows a massive 7-day altcoin gain. ETH, Doge, XRP, Solana. It's happening. Altcoin momentum is undeniable. ETH leads with new highs, ETF-fueled flows. Not quite a new high yet, but close. Doge's accumulation phase and integration into more DeFi are pushing fresh volume. That is happening. What's happening to Bitcoin dominance? It's falling. It's broken out of its wedge, triangle, anything else, any other pattern you can draw for Bitcoin dominance, it's falling. Now, is it going to go all the way down like that? I don't think so. And I've been very clear about that. I show the picture. Other people are calling for 40% Bitcoin dominance. Kriss is not. Bitcoin dominance, I think, is going to be probably 50 at the lowest. But we will see. Meanwhile, Ron Nooner, you know who Ron is? Ron Nooner? You know Ron? Ron says, what if I told you I just found the biggest meme launch pad? The biggest meme launch pad is going to be on the Doge OS chain that is launching soon. And you know Ron, right? He's into the meme coins, right? He's into the alts, and he's saying, look at Doge OS. Doge OS chain. Red Rider is calling it a non-coin. But I'm just like, hey, if Ron has the insight there about what's coming on Doge OS, and they're going to be launching a bunch of memes and use Dogecoin as the gas or whatever you need to make all of that happen, that's going to be pretty bullish for Doge. We saw what happened with Solana when Pump.Fund first started. We saw what happened with Bonk. And then Pump made its own token, which got all hyped up and then dropped, but now is coming back. I still hold Bonk, yes. And I hold Pengu. We'll look at those in just a little bit. So this is the stuff that's coming, and I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Bitcoin, 122,470. Do I have a line at 123? I don't. I have to add that. I got to add the line for the all-time high. $123, about 123,200. This is according to Bitstamp, so I don't know, about 123,200. That is the all-time high for Bitcoin. So close. Look how close we are to previous all-time high. It's like 0.5%. We're only 0.5% away on Bitcoin. ETH, how far are they away from their all-time high? About 2%, 2.5% for ETH. Bitcoin, much closer. Now, we could be seeing a new Bitcoin all-time high during this live stream. How about that? Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin's in this green box? And I was like, yeah, Bitcoin's just kind of stuck in this box. We were looking at on lower time frames, of course, right? It's kind of in that box, and Bitcoin's now breaking out. ETH, not pulling back at all. Doge did have a pullback. That's just what's going on. But Bitcoin, wow. 122,400, close to a new all-time high. Pengu is kind of going sideways for the past 2 days. Just going sideways. But Bonk is moving up. Hey, cat. Bonk is moving up. Hey, buddy. Pax cat in the house. Hey, buddy. Ooh. What's going on, huh? I know, right? I have no idea what OKB is. And what happened with OKB today? What is OKB? What happened here on yesterday or earlier today to cause this thing to just go nuts? I have no idea. OKB. OKB pumps 160% after 65 million burns as OKX fixes supply at 21 million and upgrades the X layer. Well, there you go. That pretty much, somebody knew that was going to happen. Yeah, manipulated pump. Exactly, Orbit. Totally manipulated pump there. Yeah, I wouldn't trust this thing at this point after it's up over 100%. Pump it up. Oh, yeah. I would play the song, but I would get a copyright strike. So I cannot play that song. Smash the likes, guys. Thank you. Subscribe as always. Yes, appreciate the support. She will not be the next ETH, pups. Sorry. She will not be the next ETH. What's up, sunshine? ETH and Bitcoin both heading to the heavens for all-time highs. We are watching them. Look at this Bitcoin move, 122.5. So close. So close. Could happen during this live stream. This is the place to be. We watched it hit all-time high last time. Remember that? We could do that again. What do I think about MOG? I don't follow it. My sheep is dying. Yeah, Bullman, sorry. I'm glad I got out of it when I did. There's also pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump it up. Remember that one too. Dogecoin ETF approvals. Middle of October. It's coming. Fall right around the corner. I did. I faked everybody out and came on early because Tom Crown ended his live stream, and I was like, I need to get on. I need to get on because we could be seeing new all-time highs. Now, Tom, maybe he'll come back on, right? Maybe he'll come back on, but I'm here. I'm here for it. I know, Sheeb, right? Hey, Nick. You're listening to Pump It Up while it's actually pumping. Good. A lot of us could just play it in our minds. ETH taking a little breather. Bitcoin, though. Can zoom in a little closer. What Bitcoin's up to. We're hitting Bitcoin all-time high. I'm hitting my dog because she chewed up my shoe. I hope you're not hitting her. Chris, I hope you're just sternly talking to her to make her understand the bad choice that she made, right? It would be crazy if Bitcoin and ETH hit all-time highs on the same day. Indeed. Thinking to this exciting times ahead, yes. You do not want to be on the sidelines. Time for all eyes on Doge. There'll be time when Doge needs to do something here. Make a move up. Come on. We got the dancing Doge. Need that next move up. Isn't it interesting how Doge continues to go penny by penny, though, right? So what did it do overnight? It came right up to 25 cents. And where did it pull back? Right to 24 cents. Isn't that amazing? Penny by penny by penny. It even tested 24 cents yesterday, last night, as resistance. And then this morning as support. Penny by penny by penny. ADA on the rise. Does Cardano have an ETF coming too? Hey, I would take that. ADA and Doge both at $1. I'll take that. ADA's at 88 cents now. I would think the Cardano holders would hope for more than $1, but it's all good. It's all good. Oh, I am hitting her with a look that says she's not getting a treat like she was expecting. No, you just need to calmly talk to her, Christoph, and calmly explain the bad choice that she made. Any upside for Doge after interest rate cuts? It's looking more and more like interest rate cuts are coming. In September. Let's see what the FedWatch tool says right now. We'll get the latest and greatest in 34 days. 95%. Oh, excuse me. It's 95% for a 25 basis point rate cut, and an additional 4% that it'll be a 50 basis point rate cut. You add those numbers and you get 100% certainty that there's going to be a rate cut. How about that? I hadn't seen that before. It's a 100% certainty that there is a rate cut now on the CME FedWatch tool. Now, I saw a lot of chatter on X earlier today saying the price of crypto will go up right until that FOMC. And then when the announcement is made that there's rate cuts, the crypto prices will dump. It'll still be September. October won't be here yet. That theory actually sounds like something that could happen. Everybody's going to be all excited about the rate cut. It's going to be buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Exactly, Danny. Buy the Fed rate news, sell the event. Yep. So we will be watching for that. It'll be interesting to see the people who are expecting it to pump after the rate cut, when actually the pump is going to happen going into the rate cut, and then it's going to dump. For you traders out there, that's going to be something to watch for. Definitely will be something to watch for. Doge should break out of its consolidation zone. We will be watching. 24.3 still. Hi, Sean. How are you? Welcome back. Bonk having a little pump. Hey, Byron, let's go. BTC has a magnet. 123.2. 123.2. All-time high. When institutions buy with OTC, do they then also sell OTC? Sometimes, if they can make the deal, but they could also just sell on an exchange too. That's not fair, right? You buy OTC and then you dump on the market on an exchange. That's not fair. Don't do that. I don't think they care. Hi, Hang, how are you? You're betting your future kids' college fund on 50 basis points. That's going to be a crazy day, September 17th. I still don't understand how people let them get away with charging us so much interest, but don't give any like they used to. Exactly. Now, you can get it in places, right? Like Robinhood Gold is still 4%. But that's tough to have that buying power sitting there with 4%. And by the time we get to next year, when we're in a bear market, Robinhood's not going to be giving 4% anymore. It'll probably be down to 2%. I'm betting on a nice pump next month. I'm betting on a pump leading up to the FOMC. Indeed. We're getting a tsunami of good news. I can see a dump, but quick recovery with all the ETFs, FOMO retail buys. It's all building. There'll be some opportunity for dips, most likely beginning of September and then right after or the day of that FOMC announcement of the rate cuts. So you want to be ready. I like the trading view. I like the trading view charts. September is usually bearish and then a massive pump into the end of the year. And that's what Ben Cowan was showing as well, particularly with Bitcoin and how Bitcoin has performed. 2013, 2017, 2021 was all the same. What's to say 2025 is going to be any different? So yeah, that's what's coming. I'll be crossing the 1-year mark with Doge just at the right time. I don't think we're going to hear anything affirmative on the Doge ETF until like 2 days before. So middle of October. And I know it's a pain to wait. Oh, I got to wait 2 more months. Yep, you do. If it happens before that, I will be surprised, because that's not what happened with Bitcoin in their ETF approval, and it's not what happened with ETH and their ETF approval. So no reason to expect Doges to be any different. And actually a week before Doges, I think Litecoins comes first, their final deadline, before Doge, XRP, Solana, and others. So how much do your taxes reduce? So it depends on where you live. Even the states are different. The federal rate, what the Fed takes, is significant. I mean, it could be, depending on your adjusted gross income, it could be anywhere from like 10 to 15% difference. That's additional tax they take out for short-term versus long-term capital gains. And then you have to look at what the state does on top of that if you're in a state that also takes capital gains on profits. Only federal in Florida? Okay. So yeah, it could be 15%. That's a big difference. Hold for a year if you can, if you're in profit. Save a lot of money that way. You save a lot of money. You got the 69th like again, Orbit. Love it. It's like a competition, right? I want that 69th like on Kriss's stream. Yeah, ADA's making a big push here right now. And we just looked at Bonk. See if that's continuing. Yes. Bonk pushing up. Our friend Megal, Christian. What's Megal look like? We were looking at Bullish earlier. I was today. Anyway, not we, I. Bullish started. I hope you guys didn't buy Bullish. the stock on launch because their ICO dollar amount was $37. It actually launched at $90 when you could actually buy it. It went up over $100, and now it's just falling. Now down to 70. It's about to hit 69. I wouldn't touch this thing. Bullish. If you bought bullish stock, you're in the red. It's just going down. So be very careful with ICOs. As we talked about a couple weeks ago when people were asking me if I was going to buy the bullish stock on ICO, and I said, nope, I don't think this is a circle kind of thing, and it's playing out as I predicted. Megal is up to $1.44. Nice. Megal, let's go. Megal, up to $1.44. Love it. Love it. And love the bonk going up. Everything I've got going up. Love it. The things I don't have, like bullish going down, I don't have that. Megal price to sell, $2. I don't know. Megal is one of those things that one morning you're going to wake up and it's going to be like an incredible price, pre-market or aftermarket. That's usually when I buy and sell. The lowest prices are always pre-market or aftermarket, and the highest prices are always pre-market and aftermarket. Because I bought Megal this last time at $1.27. And when you look at the chart, let me get it right here. When you look at the chart, you'll say, well, Kriss, it never hit 127. The lowest it hit was 131. And I was like, that's because I bought it pre-market at 127. And that was the same the last time that it went on a big spike. I sold for higher than 227. That was 227 was as high as it went during trading hours. I sold above that after market because it was flying, and that's when I sold it. So that's how Megal trades. So again, just something to look at, something to look forward to. But yeah, this is nice, making money. We like that. Look at the bonk go. Bonk is pushing up. I mean, Solana's probably going up a little bit. Back over $200 for Solana. ETH taking a breather. Bitcoin, Bitcoin's moving back up again. Getting close. Yes, you do a limit order, either in Webull or Robinhood. And pre-market and aftermarket, you can only do limit orders. There are no market orders, pre-market or aftermarket. You have to do limit orders. The only thing worrying me is MicroStrategy. They've slowed down buying, being in so much debt that could create a cascading effect on the rest of the market. Yeah, so I think, Darth Mark, I think that's something to worry about at the end of the year, going into 2026. And that could be one of those black swan events, call it, that could lead us into a bear market. That's what I think. I think that's one of those things that, again, one of the little things in the back of my head, people talk about, oh, are we going to have an extended cycle or a super cycle? Or what's to stop Bitcoin? Well, that's one of them. That's one of them there. Charlotte is driving. You posted your chat at a stoplight. And now you're just listening. Bonk. Will peak even get back to 7 cents? Or are you saying 70 cents? And we'll never get 70 cents, most likely. Can we at least get to 7 cents? Oh. Oh. Khan, this is what I said earlier. You weren't here. It's not it doesn't mean it's a good sign. It means it's a buying opportunity, right? It's a buying opportunity. The biggest crypto upside, according to our friend Tom Crown, the biggest crypto upside is Dogecoin. Because, again, let's go to the Doge chart again. What does Dogecoin do when it trades? It goes on big runs. It goes on big runs over short periods of time, right? There's no slow and steady with Doge. It goes on these big runs. And you go through all through its history, and you can find these runs that Doge goes on, spiking, 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 right? So others are moving up. Doge is waiting, coiling up for the next explosion. So, and this is what Tom was saying earlier, is Doge is going to go on a big run. So that's why he said it's got one of the biggest crypto upsides is Dogecoin. If you want to make a lot of money in Dogecoin, the best thing to do is buy it right before it spikes up and then sell it at the top, right, of each spike. And then when it goes back down, then you buy in. But it takes a long time to do that. Nobody swing trades Doge months at a time. Because then you have to wait for so long. And you never know when the bottom is going to hit. So, yeah. But that's what we're waiting for, is the next big run. And according to Tom and what he was looking at on the charts, it's coming. Of course, I've always told you when I think that's going to happen. So these are buying opportunities while other cryptos are moving up. Press the like button. I used to hold Render and I used to hold Fetch. I sold both of them last year. Sold them both for profit last year. I didn't even have those into January. I had already sold them last year. I sold the Render when it changed from the RNDR name to the full Render name. And I just booked my profit there. And then I don't remember how long I held Fetch, but Fetch went on a run and I sold that. And I rotated that into something else. Yep. MicroStrategy will guide us to the bear market. I think that's out there, Ron. You plan to get out and then get back in when it goes down? Can I share the best time to sell? Hey, we'll be watching it on a day-to-day basis, and then you make up your mind. There will be no such thing as a best time to sell until it's already happened, because you don't know when the top is going to be. You don't know when the top is going to be. So you have to play that how you best see fit. Look at Bitcoin. So close to its all-time high. Look at that. Say is looking good. It's integrated with MetaMask. Oh, I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard that. I used to hold some of that too. Yeah, Con, you like I'm super bullish on Doge. Well, again, soon is the word, right? Soon to you isn't the same as soon to me. I've already told you my whole theory on Dogecoin, and I know it's like a broken record, and I just keep saying it again and again and again, but patience is hard, especially if you see something else hitting an all-time high and Doge is dead. You can make a lot of money on Doge this fall. That's what I'm waiting for. Hey, Music, how are you? XYO launched on Kraken today. Awesome. Yep, you don't know when the top is going to be reached. I don't even need to hit the tippy top. Not going to be that greedy. Oh, yeah, you will. No, it's human nature, right? Right? You think you're going to sell at 73 cents and it keeps going to 83 or 93 or $1. You go, damn. It is what it is. That's why it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. Like I said, you don't have to sell all your Doge. You can sell part of your Doge and keep the other in the game just in case it keeps going up. Bitcoin's going to explode. If Bitcoin goes above this line and hits price discovery, it'll accelerate up. We'll be 125K in no time. If that happens, Bitcoin would just explode to 125. Because do you know why? It'll be taking out hundreds of millions of dollars of leverage that's up here, right above this line. You don't believe me? What does Kriss know? Kriss doesn't know anything. Yeah, I do. I know a little bit. I know a little bit. Now, I know there's a lot of leverage right above 123,000. Hundreds of millions of dollars. All up here on Bitcoin. There's $227 million at 123,063. You get up to 123.4, there's $183 million. You get up to the next one, there's $137 million. Huge, huge leverage to be, or the shorts, those are shorts to be wiped out. That's why I think it'll just burst right up to 125. It'll just take all of that out. Yeah, it's about as far as it goes. It's 3 months ago. Yeah, the 3-month chart is about it. I'm sorry, a little over 1 month. Yep, so the 1 month chart is the right one. So that's huge. So I think, like I said, if Bitcoin hits all-time high, it's going to just explode up to 125 and take out all this other leverage up here. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Oh, that's how it is, Mike. I thought it was buy high and sell low. Bitcoin's about to at least touch all-time highs. Donnie, like I said, once it does, it's just going to explode upwards. We saw it last time. Same thing happened. The pinger's on. The pinger is on. It hasn't been pinging, though. Yeah, and we've been taking out shorts, and it hasn't been pinging. Why aren't you pinging? Been a lot of shorts being taken out. Stupid pinger. Maybe I should put my other one on over here. I can get double pings then, if they actually work. Ping, please. Ping. We'll see whether that works. Hey, it's 4 o'clock. I should be starting right now. I should be starting. Instead, We started early because we are on all-time high watch on Bitcoin. We are on all-time high watch for ETH, although ETH has kind of quieted down, but there's the ETH all-time high right there. So we're watching that in the stream. And then I gave my whole theory earlier on Dogecoin and why Tom Crown thinks Dogecoin has the biggest crypto upside. And I agree with him. I agree with Mr. Crown on this. But unfortunately, it's not all eyes on Doge right now. It's all eyes on Bitcoin and ETH and stupid OKB and whatever manipulation game they were playing today to cause that thing to go up 100%. Fartcoin, the smelly one, is up. Bonk is moving up. We'll check on some others as well. If I had a big Bitcoin short open over 123,000, I'd be closing it right now. I'd be closing it if I had the opportunity. Close it. Buy mid, sell mid, right? Some of us aren't going to make it, right? Hey, Petruchio, how are you? Philex, how are you? Twice the pings, twice the fun. The ping of destruction. I kind of like it when the pings start going off. I think it's hilarious. Just come on. Let's do it. Should I buy today? I miss those times when retail used to come into the chat. Right. Oh, it'll happen this fall. This fall, price will be way up, and we will hear it's now a good time to buy. Dino's doing a countdown. Bitcoin and price discovery, T minus 15 minutes. I do not know what GPS is, Nika. Is it a stock? Is it a crypto? Is it a meme coin? I don't know what it is. Never heard of it. GPS. Hey, David. Hey, Cohen. I first bought Doge in April 2021. Rode it to 75. Didn't sell because I barely even knew what crypto was. Got chopped up on the way down. Feel more prepared. Second time around. Definitely more prepared. I also bought Doge. Mine was in January 2021. I didn't sell when Doge hit its all-time high. We'll call it 73 cents, somewhere around there. Different exchanges had different prices. I was in the camp that Doge was going to $1. Just like Doge was going, it was inevitable. Doge was going to $1. This time, different strategy, taking profits. Issues with 24.4. Yep. It's a short term, but yep, there it is right there. $24.4. We'll watch that. Short time frame, but yep, got it. It's a crypto. Right, GPS. We all use GPS. But is GPS actually a GPS? What is this? Perpetual contract, swap contract. Here we go. GPS tether on Binance. It's down about 3% today. What's it doing? It's kind of meandering downwards. That's not a good looking chart. That is not a good looking chart, my friend. GPS. I don't know what this thing does, but it has just been down for the past month. Solid down. That doesn't look good. Oh, and since its launch in March, it has indeed just been down. A little bit of run here in May into June here, and then back down. That, my friend, is not something I want to buy into. It's at or near its all-time low. That is not something you want to buy into. Now, could it magically go on some run? Well, you've got thousands of other cryptos to choose from. Why would you choose this as being the one? Because it doesn't look good. So that's my thought on the GPS crypto. Come on, Bitcoin. I want to see all-time high live. I want to see it live. Each ping is $200,000 minimum. With each ping, that's how CoinGlass sets it. $200,000 minimum. XRP resistance 330 right there. This green line 330 on XRP. It came over briefly this morning and came right back down. Right at like 9:15 this morning. So 330, that's what it hit here yesterday as resistance. So you get over 330, now we're talking. But right now, short term, 330. ETH is just trying to figure out what it wants to do now. AR, yep. Green day in crypto. Same for Kronos. You held and then accumulated through the bear market. Ready this time around. Even more Doge than before. Yeah, we looked at OKB earlier. It looks like it was total manipulation. I wouldn't be touching it. Total manipulation this morning to cause this 100% price increase. The whole thing of burning and whatever, it just, that's not going to last. Total manipulation. Bonk will not go to a penny. William, don't be waiting for a penny. You'll be waiting forever. Bitcoin's close to all-time high. Hey, Bitcoin Geek. It's a good day for you being called Bitcoin Geek. With Bitcoin getting close to all-time highs. Good evening. Tron has been on a good run, but still, Dogecoin is still in number 8. Tron is number 9. Over the past week, Dogecoin is up 18%. Tron is up 7%. So I would say, you say Tron is on an impressive tear, but in the past week, Dogecoin has been outperforming Tron at least double percentage-wise. So keep that in mind. What are your thoughts about Bonk? Bonk is a meme. It's going to go nuts. It's going to go nuts. 5 more minutes. Bitcoin. It's ready. Bitcoin is ready for that move. We can make it look very dynamic here, right? Stretch it up. It's like, let's go. Come on, right to that yellow line. I got you through some tough times. You were just going to give it up and sell and get out. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right about this whole theory. Oh. You thought you were just a few minutes late? You didn't miss anything, though, except my humor about Elon Musk and his Mickey Mouse shirt, which somebody in AI turned it into a Doge shirt and then ran it through Grok Imagine so that he's wearing a Doge shirt now. And it's all AI. It's all AI, not real. Not real. But Elon Musk reposted it. He says, hey, it's an old picture of me from 50 years ago. Well, the face is you, but the shirt, that was AI. That was AI. Whiff. Hey, Whiff is, that other Solana meme, other Solana big meme. What's it going to do? Probably go up like Bonk goes up. It's just been treading sideways here. It's still over $1, but not much movement today. It's like Doge. So we're kind of watching Bitcoin and ETH today. ETH may have slowed down. Could be all eyes on Bitcoin. We are all good as long as Trump doesn't make any live announcements. Right. Shut up. Well, I mean, a lot of people are looking at what's going to happen on Friday with Putin, where we already know. I already told you yesterday exactly what was going to happen. Exactly what was going to happen. The war's not ending on Friday, guys. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, no pressure on this fall on me, right, Donnie? And Doge, no pressure at all. Man, am I going to hear it if Doge doesn't do anything? Oh. Bonker? Or is that banker? Not really doing much. Where's it going to go? To a penny? To a penny? It's got to lose 2 zeros. Its all-time high is 0.001, so it would have to do a 10x after that. Could it? I don't know what this thing is. I don't discount anything, but man. Bitcoin's not giving up yet. Ready to make its move. Hashtag blame Kriss. I love it. I hope everybody gets stinky rich, and then you can blame Kriss for that. That I'll take. Is Sheeb going to run this cycle? Well, Bowman, I think there's going to be some week this fall when Sheeb goes on a little run. How big is that run going to be? I don't know, but it'll probably go on a run because everything else will be mooning. And somebody will be buying Sheeb thinking it's going to run. But it's not going to run on anything that the Sheeb devs are actually doing. it's going to run just because everything else is running and somebody's going to pump sheep. That could happen for a very short time. You want to be ready for that. Get out when that happens. That's what I say. Oh, my friend Galvin's back. How are you, buddy? So, I will repeat myself from earlier today. Not all cryptos go up at the same time. Some move while others are resting. So, the question you have to ask yourself is, if ETH is going up so much today, what are you going to do about it? Okay, so today, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to buy ETH because it's near its all-time high? Or are you going to buy Dogecoin, which has the biggest crypto upside? That's for you to think about. You bought a stash of the smelly one at 87. Time to roll it into Doge? I don't know, Nye. That's you have to make that call of when you sell Fartcoin. I look for a big green candle. So if you can find a big green candle on Fartcoin, that would be the time to do it. And that's not right now. Again, that's just the way I would do it if it was me. I'd be waiting for a big green candle up. Then you sell the Fartcoin, and then you buy the Doge when you see a Doge red candle. That's how I do it when I rotate from one to another. All right? But hey, that's just me. No worries. I just think the chance of Dogecoin not going on a run this fall is pretty slim. It's pretty slim. It's not zero, but it's pretty slim. Good green candles on the day, yes. What's Bitcoin going to do? My next sell price is 69,420. I don't have a particular price, but if it gets up that high and it's getting bound that time when I'm going to sell, that would be a nice sell price. Yes. If only Sheeb could lose 2 zeros as easy as my portfolio loses 2 zeros. Oh. Yeah, I don't think the soft date is going to be anything different. The big announcement was yesterday, basically saying, look, no impact on inflation yet from tariffs. No impact yet. Yes, and even I've said that Dogecoin's previous all-time high, I didn't call it fake because it is real. I mean, the price did actually hit 73 cents, but it was overhyped. And when you look at the charts on a 4-year cycle basis, all of that trading above 35 cents or 42 cents, if you want to count that first run as being legit, and then the follow-up run as being fake, then 42 cents was probably what the all-time high should have been. But because Elon was going to be on Saturday Night Live and all of that follow-up, just total overhypes. Yeah. So if you take it for that, that means Dogecoin already hit a new all-time high this cycle at 48 cents, which was more than the 42, right? We played this out like 2 weeks ago. I went through this whole thing. And that gives you that price prediction for Doge of at least 81 cents this fall's bull run. that's going to happen. Gets you to about 81 cents, which would actually pass the 73 cents that Dogecoin did hit. And I had all the charts and graphs, and I played that all out. So that would be without any catalyst this time, just following the regular bull market. Dogecoin would hit 81 cents sometime late October, early November. That will be its new all-time high. If it follows, that's without catalyst, without the overhypeness, that would be that. But Dogecoin doesn't trade that way, and you know that. Dogecoin doesn't have the biggest crypto upside, max 3x this cycle. But I've already made 3x, El Compa. Because I was buying Dogecoin 2 years ago at 6 cents. Okay? It's already up more than 3x. It all depends on when you buy. Now, if you want to look at today's price, or if you're buying today, that's a different story. Is something going to go 3x from today's price? Well, it won't be Bitcoin and it won't be ETH. Maybe. I don't know. Could ETH hit 15K? Could Bitcoin go to $350,000 a coin? I don't know. But Dogecoin has the possibility of having the biggest crypto upside. Pengu already went on a big run, Javier. So now, from this point, you're following up on something that was already a big run. And you're comparing it to SHIB, which went on one big incredible run and then traded back down. So, you're welcome for the not financial advice. No, it's not full altcoin season yet, Galvin. This is still Bitcoin and ETH. If you follow all the leaders, right? This is still the Bitcoin and ETH cycle. We are not in full-blown altcoin season yet. We're starting it, right? It's not here. It's starting. This is the transition now, buddy. Pops, your SHIB. You're just hoping to dump your bags once the price goes up, I can tell. I don't know if it's going to make a pound, Isfandyar, for Doge. I can't. A couple weeks ago, we went through a whole analysis without any big catalyst that Doge could reach 81 cents USD, 81 cents. Is it going to reach $1? Will it reach a pound? I can't forecast that. Everything's being bought up lower. We had that 21.9, right, on the dip Monday morning. We may not see 21 cent Doge ever again. That is real. You think at least Doge is going to 2x, right? So that gets us, yeah. Well, that would be 48 cents to 2x from here at 24. Oh, you're going to be mad. Galvin's going to be mad, everybody. If Doge doesn't at least get back to 40 cents, he's going to be mad. Yeah, I don't think Pengu's done. You can't compare it to Doge, though. It's its own thing. You bought it too late. That's the dumbest thing to say. From somebody that already made $2 million in the crypto market, but I bought Pengu too late. Don't fall into that. But please. You've made some great comments here the past couple weeks. Don't fall into that. Because that's dumb. All right? I know you're better than that. ETH 10K, very real. If Elon posted a picture of him actually wearing a Dogecoin shirt. But he's done that before. Hey, the pinger just went off. Oh, I bet that was the little pullback taking out a long. Yep, on ETH. $398,000 on an ETH long on the pullback. They got one. The pinger is alive and well. Somebody just lost $400,000 on an ETH trade, just on that little pullback right there. You swapped half your bonk over to Pepe. Pepe has not run yet. Tell me it's a bad move. It's not. I don't think that's a bad move. You can't go wrong, I think, with either of them. They're going to run not at the same times and not as much. If you have a little bit of both, you win either way. You held Sheeb and you regret it. Yeah. I held some others that I regret too. Peak, Nura, Trump, right? We all have them. Just, you're going to be mad too. We're going to be mad. We're going to be mad, Ryan. Going to be mad. I'll title one of my live streams, Why I'm Mad. You won't see $4,000 ETH again in your lifetime? Maybe next bear market. It'll be back to 4K. We got cycles, Galvin. We talk about the 4-year cycles. Dogecoin to $20. Shock the world. There you go. Let's shock the world. I'm not going to buy Sheeb ever again. Pups. Ever. 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 But I know you wanted to run because you want to sell your bags. I get it. And no, Elon is not done with crypto, Javier. He actually said a couple of years ago, I have to be careful what I say so I don't move the markets. So if you just want him to pump your bags, I'm sorry, you're not going to get that. So you have to get that out of your mind because that's not going to happen. All right? I hold Pengu, yes. The exit plan was to see whether Pengu was going to continue the run that it was on, and then I was going to sell it on a big green candle and roll that money right into Doge. However, right now, they're doing about the same, so I'm still holding the Pengu, and we'll see what happens. I don't think Pengu is going to drop. There's nothing that shows it's going to drop, and everything that I'm reading about Pengu and seeing online about Pengu is that the Asian market in particular is going to help Pengu, go on another big run, new all-time high, price discovery, all of that. So I'm just waiting for the big green candles, and then I will take my profits. I bought on the bottom of that pullback right there. Those 4 big daily red candles. I bought at the bottom of that. But again, I was making money. While Pengu was making this run, I was making money on other stuff. So would I have liked to have bought Pengu at 2 cents or 1? Sure. When you look back on it, obviously, right? But you don't know at the time. You don't know at the time. Solana, well, Solana, $200. That's right where we are. It looks like it's trying to switch 200 to be support here with Solana. It's trying right now. Solana's all-time high is 295. Is that right? Yeah, 295. I should just do this. Just so I'm very clear that I have this correct. Yeah, 295. I get rid of that. So long way to go for Solana. Could it make 295? Sure. That's like a 50% move from here. This fall is going to be wild. Especially if Bitcoin's going to like 300K, 500K, people calling for even higher. I mean, it could be wild. It definitely could be wild. I'll be real mad, Christian says. Yeah. The bear. Is peak going to turn into anything? I doubt it. I think it had its big run right at the beginning, and it's just one of those that you look back on the chart and you say, why did I buy that? Good project, just bad token performance. I'm always mad. So mad. So mad. Music, you offloaded your, I like you say that. I offloaded my Sheeb today. Put it in Doge. Never, ever, 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 Javier. Ever, ever buy Sheeb again. Yeah, Elon owns some Doge. We have a super chat. Kyle, what do I think about Solana? More uptrend or a fake out? I don't think this is a fake out. So we just said, but thanks for the super chat. I think Solana is really testing $200 as support now. It was resistance back here yesterday. Solana had a nice run up, banged its head on the $200 ceiling, touched over it here this morning, came back below, back above. We're trying to see whether we have a strong $200 support there. From there, let me go back to the hourly here. So from there, yeah, it hasn't been this high since the beginning of the year. So this is all fresh and new. We can get over this 206 mark, then everything it's taking out is going to be fresh shorts, going a big short squeeze on Solana. That would be nice. So we'll see as it's retesting 200 as support. Well, Bitcoin, 122.7. It's close, guys. Bitcoin is close. Megal's going up after hours. $1.46. Yes, Megal going up. Love it. What is our what's our friend Bullish doing? Bullish ended at 68 on the day. It ended at 68, now trading after hours at $70. I would not buy this for anything over $60, knowing how these things usually work. But so far, after market, Bullish is actually higher than where it ended the day's trading. But I think there's some optimistic buyers there of this bullish stock. I think that's optimistic. This is not like a circle that's just going to go on a crazy run. I just have the feeling of that. Knowing one can always buy more crypto and that everyone is different, what amount would you think Doge would get to where investing's potential profit is necessary? Oh, I don't know. That's a tough question. I mean, there's so many possibilities of Dogecoin, what the hype is going to be about, what else is going on. I'm saying certainly the ETFs are going to help. But it's all those other things, Doge OS, the House of Doge, BitOrigin, Elon, Tesla, X, like all of those things are wild cards. We will be watching that. MGO. Covered it. ETH will hit 16K. Doge will hit $5. I love the optimism. But maybe that's next cycle. Maybe next cycle. Today's movement showed us how we move. ETH and Bitcoin first. Pengu continues. Doge will keep running. Pepe will run for a short while. Could be. That could be. It's definitely been Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's always been the first mover this whole cycle, all the way back since the beginning of 2023. It's been Bitcoin. ETH was suffering until April. In April of this year, ETH finally turned around and then got people thinking positively about ETH again. So, Christian, you're crown number 2 now. A market mover. You bought more Doge when you had those red candles in the 22 to 23 cent range. And now we're over 24. But of course, Sir Galvin, you're going to put Doge with Sheeb against Pengu and Fartcoin. I will say Pengu and Fartcoin are better than Sheeb. Doge is in a different category. Don't you know what Dogecoin is? It's not a stupid meme token. You've got some learning to do there, my friend Galvin. You've got some learning to do. I saved $1,500 worth of cash in case the inflation news or something would make it drop, and it didn't. So wait for the next drop. There'll always be another one, RR. Right now, anything under $200 looks good for Solana. We just hit 195 earlier today. I'm so tired of Dogecoin being so low. Uppermost, where have you been? We were 13 cents in April. It's not so low now. %6 staking on Sol. Yeah, that staking is definitely a way to earn more tokens. I don't really follow XLM follows XRP, and it does that thing. It goes on big runs and then crashes back down. So not really following XLM. Got 90,000 Doge. Your average price is 19.4 cents. 10,000 more and you make your goal. Music, that's awesome. Awesome. We're just checking on Bitcoin. Bitcoin ready to make that final push to new all-time high. Hello. You give up with XRP? Just buy Doge, Gina. Doge is going to have its own stablecoin. A stablecoin on the Dogecoin blockchain. It's coming. It's coming. LFGGG. The race to all-time high. What's going to win first, Bitcoin or ETH? Bitcoin's closest. ETH is chilling. Starting to move back up. Yeah, this whole crown thing is kind of weird, Maramello. But I get it. Don't forget to smash the like. Doge is proof of work cryptocurrency. Just like ETH used to be, Bitcoin still is. Crypto Bubbles has a watch list now, really? Didn't know that. You can make your own watch list of just your bubbles. There's that stupid OKB thing. Well, it's not stupid. If you bought it before the big 100% run, then it's not stupid. I don't see a watch list. Edit chart? Nope. Well, not really obvious to me. What do I think of the Dogecoin chart? I think the Dogecoin chart is waiting and coiling up for a big run. That's what I think. So if it's low, then buy, baby, buy. Anything starting with an X sounds suspicious. I know, right? XRP, XLM, you name it. Do I like Crow? Yes, I do. Crow has been doing great. Look at the daily chart on Crow token. Just big run. Yeah. And it doesn't hurt that I've got a bunch of it because of my activity on crypto.com. The trading, you get the diamonds, you open the boxes, you get more. Stake your Crow, you get more. You do the other adventure things on the platform, you get more. But that's doubled in price just since the beginning of July. I have to remember to keep going back to the Bitcoin chart because we're so close to all-time high. You think ETH will do a come from behind for a win? Doesn't have the momentum going right now. The Crown is another YouTube effort to encourage engagement. But if you have a lively enough stream going on, you don't need that. Yes, another way for them to make money. That's right. What coin did I make my most profit in? Well, it was Dogecoin because I had more of it, but on a percentage basis, it was Jasmy. Jasmy, I did a 10x. 10x on Jasmy. So on a percentage basis, Jasmy. I just didn't have as much invested in Jasmy as I had in Doge. Bye, baby, bye. I'm convinced we'll go to $4 by the end of the year. Uppermost is very, very bullish. 1 to 100 drop down. Favorites. There it is. Oh, my list is empty. All right. Well, you can put your favorites in here. I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know. We'll have to create a favorite list. There's a watch list too. There's a block list. Why would you want that? Put Sheeb in here, right? And then it's like, then you don't have to see it again, right? Oh. Bitcoin getting close. Hey, Joke Smoke, how are you? Super excited. Absolutely. Thanks for the super chat. I'm excited too. 122.9 on Bitcoin, guys. 122.9. Bitcoin is about to run past its previous all-time high. Bitcoin. So when did that happen? That was here, July 14th, and we were live when that happened. I remember. We were live for that. And here we are again, and it's just going to blast right past. 122.955. Crow, exactly. We have a gifted membership from Joke Smoke. Angel Herrera. Hey, Angel, congrats. You're a member of the channel. Woohoo, I see that. Angel ain't so cooked anymore. Exactly right. Elon could make a Doge announcement anytime, but he's not going to. I guess in an infinite amount of time, pups, since Bitcoin was $1 at one point in time, Doge could go that high. Way out there. Be really hard though. You know, because of that inflation thing. If you measure the Dogecoin cycle high and draw the trend down, you will see Doge has recently broken the macro resistance, successfully back-tested the trend. Yes, I used to have that on my chart. I had that line on my chart. But I erased it because I thought, yeah, we're done with that. That was that line right there. So We are well past that now. But yeah, I did have that. I don't keep those old things on my chart. We move on. Hey, CDC, how are you? ETH will hit a new all-time high when the Chinese wake up, Christian says. 122,999 for Bitcoin. And we got a ping. The pinger. It's a Bitcoin short. $300,000 Bitcoin short. The pinger is going to go off like mad, guys. The pinger is about to go mad with this Bitcoin run. I should change the title of this thing. New Bitcoin all-time high watch party. Plus some ETH and Doge. I'll just put that. There we go. All right. See if some new people come in now. I just changed the title of the stream because we're here. 122,999. We're right here. Come on, YouTube. Get out in the algorithm. Have all these new people coming in. Of course, there's probably other YouTubers doing the same thing, but yeah, you get it. You get it. The Bitcoin maxis are going to come in here and say, why is it saying Dogecoin? I don't like Dogecoin. I don't like Dogecoin. Add XRP to my favorites. Gene, no. Dogecoin is not going to be like $100,000. Kriss has no favorites. He loves us all equally. 123. Here we go. 123 on Bitcoin. We're about to take out those shorts and get a new all-time high. It is coming. It's about to pop, Nick. Yes. BTC going. Let's go. Up 123. Not quite all-time high yet, because it was actually 123,200 on my chart. But we're close. We're close. The real crypto degens don't sleep. Hello. You got the Robinhood alert. Bitcoin at 123K. That means you must hold some Bitcoin in your Robinhood account. Will it tick during the live stream? Looks like it. We're there, almost. Yeah, I saw that. I guessed it was something like that. You never give anybody your seed phrase, ever, 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 for any reason whatsoever. Come on, Bitcoin. Woohoo! Webull already 123,010. Yeah, we're now that on 018 here on mine. 123. Oh, yeah, we're moving. We're moving. Oh, Galvin, you are just such a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. You are just a ray of sunshine. I don't know how you live day to day. I really don't. We're about to hit a new all-time high on the best, or I would say second best performing asset over the past 10 years. And you say it's overrated. How do you live with yourself, man? Yep, 125. That's what I said, CDC. Easily. I know what I said, Charlotte. $1 million. $1 million. Dogecoin. You're going to be so mad. Did you check your wallet, by the way, Charlotte? You haven't mentioned that yet. You didn't check your wallet? My subscriber count, all-time high. Doge technically could hit 100,000, but the entire financial system would collapse first. Yeah. Oh, those big BTC suits will get mad. Get on their X space and talk about Doge. Yeah, that's why I never get invited to those. Hey, Galvin's just going to go for the smelly one. All right, good luck, Galvin. That is crazy. I remember when it hit $15,600 right after the FTX bankruptcy for Bitcoin, $15,600 2.5 years ago. And that's when I made the decision to go all in on crypto. $22.99 reminds me of an Earl Scheib auto painting commercial. $29.95 car paint job. Oh, yeah, that, and he's going all in on Fartcoin. My seed phrase is: do only good every day. Buy Dogecoin or else blame KrissPax. Aww. You know, it's just because there was a complaint, and I needed to just acknowledge the complaint. That's all. Are we going to have a pullback before Friday? If Bitcoin goes to 125, it'll pull back. Because they'll go, and the market makers will then want to take out the long leverage trades and could come back down to like 122. And we'll take out all the new longs that are now being bet on Bitcoin, because there's a bunch of them right now. Guaranteed a bunch of them right now. Let me update the heat map here on Bitcoin, and we will see. Because I know how this looks. I've seen it again and again. Look at all the new leverage long trades right here. They're all coming in. They're going to take out the shorts right here. These are about to get blown out. 123.1 up to 123.3. And then it's going to be a rocket up to at least 124. I'm guessing 125. There's going to be a bunch of new leverage longs that are going to come in, and then they're going to drop it tonight and take those out. That's what's going to happen. But we get ahead of ourselves. Hasn't made it to the new all-time high yet. So close. Doge is still hanging right below 24.4. ETH still hanging as well. This is a Bitcoin moment right now. When to sell your ETH. So again, look for the next big green candle, Joseph, if you're thinking of selling any. You see the big green candle? Then sell some, not all. Again, I'm not an all or nothing guy. Sell some, and then when you see the next big red candle on Doge, buy Doge if you want to transfer some from ETH to Doge. If I was doing it, that's how I would do it. Charlotte has a 24 seed word truth serum in the needle. You don't have any Bitcoin. Oh, Galvin, you're not going to make it. Not going to make it. No celebration till Doge goes above 30 cents. You know, a new Bitcoin all-time high, whenever it hits, is cause for celebration for the entire crypto industry. And I say that to my friend Galvin as well. A new Bitcoin all-time high is worth celebrating for the entire crypto industry. We recognize the OG. I know, right, Script Lover? You're buying fart coin during Bitcoin price discovery. And still, Dogecoin is outperforming Bitcoin today. Dogecoin's up 3%. Bitcoin's only up 2%. Dogecoin is outperforming Bitcoin yet again, but nobody cares. Well, we care. Oh. You had a chance to buy Bitcoin at 16K. Will never allow myself to miss that opportunity again. How much Doge do I have? I have about 400,000 left. I was under that, and then I rebought. I bought back in April, May, June, back up to about 400,000. Davin, a Dogecoin giveaway on Davin if Bitcoin hits an all-time high. Wow. Woo! I'm not into mining Doge yet, Travis. Still looking into it. Still looking into it. We are close, Ryan. For education purposes, I should tell the chat how constructive your complaint was. I'll just leave it at that. Ryan's like, what? Complaint? Yeah, she had a complaint. Something about the giveaway last night, not calling her name. She's going to post it on the community. Well, there you go. What program do I use for the banners? That's Photoshop. That is Photoshop. And it's just an overlay for the live stream. So it has a void middle. And so it just has the banner. It's just one big PNG file where all of this from right under the blue part there all the way down to the black part here, that's all open. And then I have a stripe at the top and a stripe at the bottom. Thanks to Photoshop. Photoshop. If you don't want to use Photoshop, you can use GIMP, which is the free version. Just about as good as Photoshop. If you don't want to pay Adobe for their stupid licensing fee, you can just download GIMP for free and use GIMP. Highly recommend that. GIMP. Used it for a long time. You think we're going to run through a Saturday? Wow. Looks like Bitcoin's getting a little tired right here. I know, he's not going to make it. Wish you had a Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Doge, ETH, personal strategic reserve. I was actually thinking about that, right? Like, there's all this talk about these companies having strategic reserves, and I was like, I had a strategic reserve. I dipped into it for the house, but I did have a strategic reserve. That was my whole thing, was strategic reserve. It was the KrissPax strategic reserve. Yeah, I care too, Robert. Yeah, right, Chris. Galvin's saying that Doge is better than Bitcoin is probably one of the smartest things he's ever said. Oh, now he's pulling out the Charles Hoskinson pet rock statement. Thank you, Forks. This is interesting to me, at least. And sure, the Fartcoin chart looks good. No doubt. A big chunk of useless digital pet rock that is making a lot of people a lot of money. You're welcome, Gino. BTC price is like taking a little breather right now at 122.9. Not frozen, just taking a breather. Doge has a green candle. Bitcoin red. GIMP is great. I love GIMP. I used it for a long time. It kept kicking me out every now and then, which was annoying, and you had to constantly save. But now I'm in the whole like Photoshop world, so. But yeah, GIMP is pretty good. If you miss Bitcoin, you can do Bitcoin Cash. Oh, there we go. We just got a ping. Sorry, CDC, about your Bitcoin Cash, but we got an issue here right now. We got an issue here. We got Bitcoin back over 123. We got the pinger going off. Oh, these are ETHs. These are ETH shorts. Oh, big green candle on ETH, guys. Whoa. Big green candle on ETH. Just took out some shorts. Okay, we got a competition going on between ETH and Bitcoin now. Now, there's something I've never heard anybody say. Bitcoin is too risky. Dogecoin and Fartcoin are safer investments. Now you're just trolling us, Galvin. Now you're just trolling us. The pinger. Taking out more ETHs. ETH was like, hey, Chris, you're not talking about me enough. You're talking about Bitcoin too much. You need to talk about me. ETH. ETH. Just Bitcoin. So close. I can smell it. I wish my pet rock was worth $123,000. Oh, that's a good one. Doge is making another flag, Maramello. Could be short time frame. I'm a whole Dogecoiner. Oh. Really glad you loaded up on Doge and ETH on the last dip. That is nice, the way to do it. People make fun of me. I always say buy on the dip. But if you actually do buy on the dip, you do pretty well. A multi-Dogecoin holder. Come from behind win? I don't know, Ryan. We'll see. ETH was like, don't forget about me. Should have gotten into ETH on the bottom and rotated into Doge. You never know. Con, you never know. What's going on with ARB? What's going on with ARB? Whoa, Arbitrum up 17% today. I think this is on the backs of ETH. I mean, even Optimism is up. Optimism had a little dip this afternoon. It was up bigger earlier. But yeah, ARB moving up. Isn't Robinhood building something on Arbitrum? I think I heard that somewhere. Something about Robinhood and Arbitrum. Something like that. Nice green candle on Doge. Trying to get over 24.4. It just touched over, but not there yet. ETH. Doge. I used Photoshop to put 1 million Bitcoin in my crypto account. I've used Photoshop to show what $1 looks like for Dogecoin on the crypto market cap. I basically just took a snapshot of the crypto market cap, and then I moved everything down below XRP and put in Dogecoin. Well, now Tether's over 150, so I guess it would make it Doge now fifth. With Doge at $1, I should do that again. Just make the dollar Doge and just stick it in there. Post that again. I'll probably do that. Alex Becker is loving it. We're all loving it. Let's go. Trade on the big green candles. You sell on the big green candles. You don't buy on the big green candles. So close. Bitcoin, ETH. Come on. We can do that, which will hit a new all-time high first. Bitcoin. Dogecoin. And then I'll just add this for the fun of it, just because I can. I will have fun with that. Get your votes in. Get your votes in on the poll. Wake up and smell the pump. That's a good one, Galvin. I'll take that one. You're holding ARB at 2 cents? Wow. That's buying early. That is buying early. I know. Buy high, sell low. That's what it should be. Hey, Miguel, how are you? What can we see with Doge this week? Well, we're halfway through the week now. You know, Doge is doing all right. 24.5 cents. It had its dip. It had the dip over here Monday, Tuesday. So it's up from here. Right around noon today, could have bought at $23.99. Again, Doge has this thing about these 1 penny lines, which is why I draw them. Penny by penny by penny. I'm surprised this dip here yesterday didn't come down to 23 cents. But yeah. Trying to get over 24.4 and hold now for Dogecoin. Bitcoin going to make another run at it. Bitcoin's got 44% of the vote. Vote in the poll, please. Bitcoin and ETH duking it out. Dogecoin in third. But now we got a big green candle coming up on Bitcoin. So, yeah, but ETH, agreed on ETH too. But ETH's got a farther ways to go. Doge, shouldn't be selling ETH right now. Going much higher. 10,000 by the end of the year. Mark my words, says Will. Smell what Pump is cooking. Is Pump doing anything? I'm not going to go off the Bitcoin chart right now. I have it on this other one, though. Nope. Pump is just slowly coming back up. Bonk is doing well. The Bitcoin numbers are going up on the poll now that big green candle coming back up. Here we go. Back over 123. $0.01 a week for Doge. That'd be okay if it held it. Dogecoin all the way, of course. Doge consolidating for another run. Yep. Yeah, it's not holding it, though. It's just not quite holding it. Come on. Is our friend Elon done with Dogecoin? I don't think so. But he's not going to just start tweeting all about it again. Once Bitcoin and ETH reach these all-time highs, there will be some selling. People will look to invest in coins that haven't hit their yearly highs yet, and then bam, Doge to the moon. I just put those two chats together. And then bam, Doge to the moon. Meanwhile, on the liquidation front, we can look at the smaller ones. Say, Floki, IGN, GTC, ZK. Useless. A lot of them going up, taking out shorts. ETH is the tortoise. Bitcoin is the hare? Really? Bitcoin? Oh, you mean right now? Because Bitcoin's so close to reaching it. And ETH could... No, I don't know. Well, we got the pinger going. More ETHs. More ETHs getting taken out. Big ETHs. ETH. Look at all these ETHs. We just had a huge number of ETH shorts. Just got wiped out. Look at them all. Wow. That was a lot. And some big ones too. On the ETH move. 47.71. ETH holders rotate into Doge. Happy Wednesday, MB. Ping. Yeah, this fall, Meek. This fall. Being patient, but enjoying other cryptos as well. I want us to all make money, except the shorters, CDC. I don't want the shorters to make money. I want to take them out. Take them out. Bitcoin's just not going to make that last little push. It's so close. I thought for sure it was just all of a sudden going to just big green candle just rocket right above the previous all-time high. What, you don't want to buy Bitcoin at $123,000? What's wrong with you? Well, Kriss said only buy on the red candles. Like we have enough to really move the Bitcoin market, right? I don't know about you, but I don't have enough to move the Bitcoin market. Oh. As long as they're cute, huh, Ryan? As long as they're cute. Oh. Bitcoin's going to make another run for it. I can feel it. It's coming back up. We could go to the 1 minute chart. Here's the 1 minute chart. Now we're really zoomed in. What's happening? To see if this is really crazy is to do the USDT one on Binance. Yeah. I think on Binance, it's the same, 123,200, right? Yeah, that's the same, 123,200. After almost a year of listening, I've learned to trust you with my investments. If you say buy Bitcoin now, I'm doing it now. Right. Hey, look, it's on sale. 122.7. It's the dip. Buy the dip. Saylor needs to come out and buy Bitcoin at all-time highs to show he is confident in Bitcoin long-term. He does. He buys whatever the price is, but he does it all OTC. Why do you hear a waterfall? It's the fan on my laptop that's going off. Got too many windows open. Or it could be the fan I have over here. I have a fan on. Kriss is my financial advisor in Minecraft. Big dip on the 1 minute chart on Bitcoin. On the 1 minute chart. Wanted to zoom in like really close. Hey DJ, how are you? Welcome. We're watching paint dry. I mean, Bitcoin. Are we going to make that big move? Just all of a sudden, just plunk, up you go. Yeah, Bitstamp is up. Yeah, almost $100 above. Bitstamp's at 859 and Binance is at 773. I see that. But they both have 123,200 as the previous all-time high. Doge is still at 24.4, not moving at the moment. So close. It got within 0.16% of its previous all-time high. So close. Any chance for Bonk to go higher? Absolutely. Absolutely. Bonk's already up 6% today. Little pullback. It was higher a little bit ago. I'm still doing research on mining rigs. Right now, that AlphaPax looks pretty good. It's not a GPU miner. It is actually an ASIC miner for home use. That's the one I'm looking at right now, AlphaPax. We'll see. And the other thing, while we're here and Bitcoin's taking a little break, the other thing is Ledger. Again, I talked about this yesterday, but Ledger hardware wallets are on sale again. They're giving away Bitcoin. If you buy the Ledger stacks, you get $80 in Bitcoin. If you buy the Flex, you get $70 in Bitcoin. If you buy the X, you get $50 in Bitcoin. And if you buy the Nano S Plus, again, $79, the same price I paid for it 2.5 years ago, $79. This is my Nano S Plus right here. I paid $79 for this, and I got $30 of Bitcoin. And guess what? That essentially paid for the device itself, which is now free because of the free Bitcoin and the price it is now. So I have a link in the description below if you want to check out Ledger hardware crypto wallets. Highly recommended. Don't do Ledger Recover. Don't pay for that. Just get the wallet. Safety, security. Number one, $79. Told you guys I would let you know when the sale came back on. It is on only for the next week. Through the 19th, the sale is on for Ledger devices, crypto hardware wallets, highly recommended. Elon with the tease today. I know, right? I don't think there was anything behind it. Pengu's lagging. No, it's just it's resting after the big run it went on last month. Oh, the pinger just went off again. ETH, more ETHs. CRR. ASICs are the way to go. Power to hash rate efficiency is key. I know. And that's tough for me here in Boston. The electricity itself isn't so expensive. It's the transmission cost. They add that on top. Oh. Mining sheep. LOL. I know, right? Oh. Today, one of my clients told me she wanted to learn about crypto. Suddenly, my face lit up. I smiled, talked about crypto. Baby steps. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's how it works, right? Just a little education, right? They came to you, said something. You like your Nano X? Awesome. Love your Basset. Basset dogs are so good. You're a shorter, Angel. We don't like shorters here. But good luck. Yep. AlphaPex, liquid cooled, very quiet, will heat your house in the winter. It's looking like a nice machine. And the prices are down from 6 months ago. Like 6 months ago, they were $2,000. Now it's like $1,200. Down a lot. That's still $1,200 you have to pay back, though, with profits. But it looks good. Write a book. By the time you finish writing a book, it's old news in crypto. Totally old news. Is the bull run going to keep going into next year? Well, Luca, I don't think so. I'm still betting on a 2026 bear market. So. Did I tell somebody to buy Doge right now? I don't think so. Red candles, Miguel. You wait for the Rojo candles. Not a Rojo candle right now. Where are my magnets? Wasn't time to put magnets on yet. They'll be on again. Your PC heats the room. The old Intel one did a better job. Yeah, I've got this laptop that just, I mean, it's a few years old now, but it just, the fan just keeps running, and I go and I try and shut things down, and I'm gonna have to get a new one. Yeah, buy low, sell high. Yeah, I got what you meant. The ROI depends on your utility costs. So you can go to these websites and you can plug in the miner that you have, and you can plug in your rate, and you can plug in the price you paid for it, and it will calculate all of that for you. You got a couple nice dollars from Robinhood by inviting friends and family with your link. Win-win, right, Christoph? It's a win-win situation. Miguel, yeah. Everyone else has XRP going to 100, 1,000, 10,000. We keep it real here. For those that haven't been here before, we do keep it real here. Despite my love for Doge, which some people don't get. But hey, I just do my thing, you know? I just do my thing. Dogecoin always outperforms Bitcoin on the green candles. Today, we're watching Bitcoin almost hitting a new all-time high, but Dogecoin is outperforming Bitcoin on the day. People who are all into Bitcoin don't want to look at that, though, and they don't want to face the truth. Your sister used your link to set up your mother with an account. That's cool. You get your link out there and other people start using it. That's winning, my friend. That is winning. Yeah, I think so too, Danny. Is it going to be a full-blown recession? Probably not, because he's going to keep the gas prices, you know, he's going to keep them low. But you're going to feel it. And earlier in the stream, we were talking about MicroStrategy, and what could happen with MicroStrategy is they continue to over leverage themselves just to buy Bitcoin. And if we get even a taste of the beginning of a bear market and Bitcoin's going down, MicroStrategy could be in trouble. That could happen. People could start bailing on the MicroStrategy stock, right? Getting out of that, because that's totally overbought. That could be a black swan. So there's a lot of things out there that can point to 2026 as being a possible bear market. That's just some of them. Yeah, and then the fourth factor is the current price of the coin that you're mining. You have to put that in as well. I would not, Miriam, think about Bonk as a long-term hold. But that's just me. I don't know what Bonk's going to do in the future. My fan needs cleaning. I can't even open the laptop, though, to get to it. Nick, there's no way to get into it without breaking it. This is an old Lenovo laptop. Yeah, you're right. It's probably dusty and it needs cleaning. Hoedown party in the works. Ha! Bitcoin is taking its time. We got more votes coming in for ETH on which will hit all-time high first. Everything just kind of going sideways right now. Buy high, wait for the next cycle. There's a lot of people who did that. And I hear about it all the time. Oh, Doge sucks. It's nowhere near where it was last time. But I didn't tell you to buy it up at 60 cents last time. I was not saying that. If you bought 60-cent Dogecoin last April of 2021, I can't help you. I didn't tell you to do that. Mining Now. That's the name of the website. Yes, MB. Thank you. Mining Now. And I didn't tell anyone to buy Dogecoin right now either. Exactly, William. Wait for the big red candles. Yeah, so you can go to miningnow.com and you go into this miner profitability. They've got the AlphaPex DG2 here, but if you want the home DG1, where is that? Is this at the DG1 Plus? It should be the home one. Is this it, the DG1 Lite? Is this the one they consider the home? Yeah. Litecoin, Doge, and Bells. So you can mine Dogecoin and Litecoin and Bells at the same time on this miner. So I'm learning this stuff. So you put in here your rate. So my rate would be 0.13 here in Boston, but that's just the electricity rate. If you put in the transition rate, you're at 0.26. It doubles it. And then you're like, right now, the real mining profit is negative. So for me to use this and pay that price, which is the price of electricity plus what Boston has as the transmission cost, all the stuff they add on, takes the 13 up to 26. So at the current price of Dogecoin, I'm losing money. $4 a day. Losing money. I know, it's Boston. That's why I'm having second thoughts of actually home mining and instead using a third party like Terra Mining, where they only pay like 10 cents or 8 cents. And then what they do is they take a fraction of all of the coins that you mine. They get to keep a fraction of it. So I don't know. This is the kind of thing I'm looking at right now. Haven't decided yet. Actually, this isn't the home miner. Because the price, this is way too expensive. Yeah, I don't think that's the right miner. ASIC, Doge, AlphaPex, DG1 Home. There it is. There's the DG1 Home. Now we're talking. Okay, real-time mining profit. Yeah, 65 cents a day. Because this thing is much more efficient. But so I might try that out, even at the expensive rate I have. But 50 to 60 cents a day at this price, that means I'm still making Doge at this price. And then when Doge goes up, then I'm making money. Hey. Hi, Pax Cat. What you doing, buddy? What you doing? Bitcoin, ETH, starting to turn around, make another run for it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to end the poll. More think Bitcoin will meet all-time high. I love the 15% for Doge, though. Optimistic. I do love it. Going with the full-size ASIC. Yeah, but you can't have it at home. So that's why I was looking at that AlphaPax home miner. It is an ASIC miner. Not as powerful, obviously, as like the DG2. And obviously not anywhere near an Antminer L9. But anyway, still looking. Still looking. DG Home 1, clever, dual use, quiet, liquid cooled warmth while mining. BTOG stock. I know, right? Mars, that stock, if you look in its history, it doesn't look good. Where's BTOG? Thought I had it on my list. Oh, maybe it was just one we recently viewed. BTOG. Yeah, I don't see it. BTOG. Because if you look at this, right now it's 54 cents. But if you zoom back, it doesn't look good. So I don't know. I mean, they're just getting into this Doge thing now to turn it around, right? And maybe it's the start. Maybe this is just the start, Mars, of like this stock taking off again. I don't know. 2024 was a crazy year of trading for it. But it's way down since then. It's risky like anything else, right? But, you know, there were people buying MicroStrategy stock before they went all in on Bitcoin, and they made a crap ton of money. You never know. Doge for you is play money. MicroStrategy's average Bitcoin price is 76,000. Can you imagine in 2026 if there's a bear market and by that time maybe MicroStrategy's average is up like to 80 or 85 because they keep buying, and then the price of Bitcoin actually goes below it? People are going to be freaking out. Freaking out. I'll take a Bonk versus Pepe war. Let's go. Is it possible to invest in Doge inside an IRA? Yes. Look up I Trust. And you can go to Digital Asset News on YouTube. That's Robbie. He's got some videos on it. And he's talked to the I Trust guys on his channel. So there's some videos there, and you can learn about I Trust Capital, where you can start your own IRA and invest in Dogecoin. Yeah, DB, slept right through it. And now it's all the way back to 24 cents. The only publicly traded company that holds a large amount of Doge is BitOrigin. 70 million Dogecoins now. They plan to invest another almost $500 million into buying Dogecoin. Try a defrag? I'll do that. I have not done defrag on this. I have not done that. And I delete out a lot of big files on the laptop because that's where most of my video editing is done. And then I delete the old videos. They're big files. A defrag might help. You are right. I know, DB, you missed it all. The looks of the DG1 home miner. The Volk miner Mini is a higher hash and less power. You've got two of them and they're great. Did they just plug into the wall like the DG1? Regular home voltage, amperage. Blow the hell out of it with a can of compressed air. It's a good idea too. You want some Bells coin, right? Yeah, I could mine Doge and Litecoin anytime, but Bells, that's the coin I want. I want to mine Bells. Yeah. I would mine it and just stick it in a cold storage wallet and it's free. You just let it grow. Tesla holds Doge just because they were selling products. SpaceX holds Doge because they were selling a flight on a rocket. They haven't actually invested in Doge. BTOG, BitOrigin, has invested directly in Dogecoin. You've got a thing on your electric bill, a standing charge, total ripoff. Yep. Mine is standing charge and usage. Yeah, ours is called a transmission charge, which is the price that the electric company pays to bring the power to Massachusetts because they don't actually make any here in Massachusetts. You know, there's always that, Mars, right? Instead of buying a rig, just buy that much Doge. I was doing it at this point more for the education and the fun of it, you know? That's what I'm looking at. Kind of education and kind of fun to be mining Dogecoin. I think that's pretty cool. I want to try that. It's probably not as profitable as actually just buying Dogecoin on the dips. Why mine? You can just get free Doge on KrissPax giveaways. Charlotte, I wouldn't rely on the giveaways. Rigged. Joey, about to put some money into a new portfolio before the fall comes. I already use Coinbase and Robinhood. Why not just keep using Coinbase and Robinhood? Why do you need another exchange? Are you buying different coins? Because I don't know why you would do that. I mean, I started crypto.com just because I wanted to buy some tokens there that I couldn't get on Coinbase and Robinhood. So that's the third one. And I have a link to the description in the description below if you want to try coin or crypto, because I have Coinbase, I've got Robinhood, and then my third is crypto.com. So you can try that. You can try crypto.com. Use my link. You get some free Crow tokens if you do some things they tell you to do. Accumulate more Crow tokens. You can try that. Coinbase just sent a message saying ETH hit an all-time high. Well, they lied. ETH did not hit an all-time high. All-time high is up here. ETH not there yet. Stack up on buying power. ETH hit a 365-day high. That's different. Buy land and go solar. Electricity too pricey in San Diego to make any profit. The Volks 110 or 220 volt. Good to know. Any thoughts on what price I'd be selling my ETH at? Nope. It's just on a big green candle when you feel like you're at a good point. Trying to take some profits in the short term, even if it takes off later. Yeah, if ETH goes up over 4,800 and it makes a run to 5, that 5 or 49.90, whatever price that is probably a good price to take profits. Because then the market makers are going to want to dump it and try and take out a bunch of leverage longs. You could put a mining rig definitely in an office that has like a bunch of -80 freezers, like big energy hogs, and they would never notice the difference in their electric bill. They'd never notice if you had a miner there. I remember somebody in just south of Boston had a mining rig in the attic of an elementary school. And they were mining. And no one knew. Finally, somebody found out, and I don't remember now the exact story of how they found out that there was a mining rig up above the ceiling in an elementary school. But somebody found it, and I guess it was like the janitor or someone was mining Bitcoin in an elementary school. Yeah, you're interested in mining? Yeah, I want to find out more and get more into it. So on mining now, so they have this AlphaPex DG Home, which is one of the most inexpensive miners there is. Right now, it is just a little over $1,000. And that's about the cheapest you're going to find for a miner is $1,000. This used to be $2,000 when they came out 6 months ago. But again, the Doge price was between 35-40 cents then. Now the Doge price is down. They're not really profitable today, but in the fall, you'll see these prices go back up. These prices will go back up in the fall. If the Dogecoin price is going up, the price of the miners will go up too. I know, Nick, right? Use somebody else's power, not financial advice. Don't steal power from work. I know. I don't remember what happened to that guy either at that school. I mean, obviously he lost his job, but after that, I don't know. I know, buddy. Don't step on my keyboard. Stupid cat. I know, buddy. Pax Cat's here. Everybody say hi. Hey, buddy. Oh. Everybody say hi to the cat. What's going on, buddy? You just want head scratchies? Arr. I know, right? Just say hi to everybody. Looks like we're going to have another pullback. I don't know. Bitcoin's like, wait a sec. I'm not done yet. I'm going to fake Kriss out one more time. Total fake out. Yeah, I've heard about Aleo and it's something that you can mine, but I don't know what it is. But I'm not interested in it. So, right. Just because Dogecoin isn't profitable to mine now doesn't mean it won't be in the future. So, how long do the miners last? Well, the guy at AlphaPex was saying that the home miner is meant to be a longer term solution, but I just can't imagine that if the Dogecoin hash rate keeps going up, that it's going to be competitive. I mean, certainly you join a mining pool, right? So you're adding your hash to a pool and you're just getting the coins from the pool. Because the chance of you actually, getting a new block yourself might be a challenge. So I don't know. Do your research. I wouldn't get into Aleo mining. Maybe. Look at Bitcoin go. Back to 123. Robinhood gives you interest if you're a Robinhood Gold, which is like $5 a month to be a Robinhood Gold, and you get 4%. That fluctuates. The best is to rent a place and do self-mining. The cat, yeah, the cat is here. The market maker. Hey, 401. 3 to 5 years. I know. I mean, if you're going to spend $9,000 on like an ant miner, that's different than $1,000 for a DG1 home. That's a big difference. Are you going to get 9 times as much crypto mining with an ant miner? That I don't know. Mm-hmm. 45. You had some miners at a data center. The power was free. Rack space rent. Yeah, the data centers don't do that anymore, probably. The cat is good luck. I know. Bitcoin started going back up here. Keeps faking us out. Faking us out. Good night, sunshine. Right. Mine, put it in your wallet and sell later. It's like buying low and selling high. Well, mining low, selling high, sure. And like I said, the price of the miners are down now because the price is low for Doge. This fall, you're not going to get a mining rig for as cheap of a price. He's got his back turned to me now. He's mad at me. So I'm not paying attention to him. That's the problem this cat has. Yeah. If you're in a pool and it's a good pool that's paying out, just keep collecting. Just keep collecting. So yeah, later this month, I might find myself in a position to get a mining rig. He owns PopCat. I haven't checked PopCat lately. He's got a wallet full of PopCat. It's up 2% today, Cat. Your PopCat. Kind of going sideways. Oh, I had a nice run yesterday. You did good, Pex Cat. You did good. Doge is still just hanging out. ETH started to go on a run, pulled back. Bitcoin might not be done yet. Ramon, my friend, how are you today? Doge is a proof of work cryptocurrency. So there's no staking with Dogecoin. There are some third-party companies that tell you that you can earn yield with your Doge. Essentially, what you're doing, though, is you're giving them your Dogecoin and they're wrapping it, or you have wrapped Doge. It's not the real Doge anymore. Always a risk, big risk. So no staking of Dogecoin. Doge is not a proof of stake cryptocurrency. It's proof of work, which is why we're talking about mining Dogecoin. Okay. See you, Christian. This was a rescue cat from a Caribbean island. One of the local groups here in Boston goes down and rescues cats. And that's where Pex Cat came from. Do you use Robinhood Legend, Miguel? I have not downloaded it and tried Robinhood Legend. I don't do stock trading on Robinhood. So I have before, but I haven't recently. So tried to sell foolish for a profit. They said they're going to put me in a category so I can't get any more IPOs. Well, maybe that's a good thing because IPOs are hit or miss. Today's Bullish did almost exactly what I predicted. Came onto the market higher than what the estimated list price was going to be. Traded up higher, got a lot of people buying high, and then it crashed. Started to turn around at the end of the day. And we can look at it. I've got it right here. But this was it. This was bullish today. I hope none of you bought it at $100. After market, it's trading at about 75, which is up from the 68 where it closed trading at 4 o'clock. But yeah, this not looking great. Well, 123,000 again for Bitcoin. It's going to make a third run. Got to make a third run, my friends. I know, right? The yellow Roma. You remember, Ramon. The yellow Roma. Been trying to adopt PaxCat for months. But see, he's exotic, as Ryan says. He's exotic. Oh. I tried to sell at 100. They wouldn't let you. Wow. Yeah, this whole ICO thing. Jeez. Well, you would have been better off just selling it and you get put in the category and be done with it and move on. But you don't hold it and then end up losing money on it like this. Because that's not right. You would have sold at 100. That would have been awesome. No more ICOs for me. Fine. Because then it just started bleeding off. It's a quiet day when you only get one notification from Hood. ETH hanging out. Doge. Well, Doge started to come back up again. Going to try 24.4 yet again for Dogecoin. We're zoomed in on the 5-minute chart, so we're like really close. But I was doing that just for this Bitcoin thing. So close to all-time high. So close. I just don't want to end the stream if we're within like 0.16% of the all-time high. And I want to hear all the pinger going off. I want to hear all that. If rates get cut in September. No, when rates get cut in September. When? Maramello, that's just all. That is a headline of someone who doesn't know anything. First, Wales didn't scoop up 1 billion Doge. Yes, the Golden Cross formed. Next, there's no next moon mission. Doesn't exist. There's no such thing. So, yeah. I've seen enough of those articles, I know. And the Golden Cross was 2 days ago. Sell at 75. Well, good luck with the bullish. Where do I personally think Bitcoin will be this year? Yes. My range has always been 180 to 200, which I played out like over a year ago. Charted it all out, showed it, made my prediction. Top of this bull market, the bull cycle was 180 to 200. You can see it on like my videos from a year ago when I showed all of that. Some of those lines are still on my charts. They were I'd go in the Bitcoin chart. I'd go to the monthly. I would change to a logarithmic and I would zoom out. And that's where I was, right there. Right up in that range. So that's 180 to 200. And I had this all detailed out. I had rainbows on this thing. I got rid of all the other lines. But they did show sort of the different levels where Bitcoin could hit. But I made that a year ago. A year ago, I made this chart. and I pointed to the fall of 2025, you can see right now it's pointing at like 190,000 right there. So that is all still in play. Still in play. For now, my friends, all-time high is so close. I have not sold my ETH yet. Really. Yeah, news and TradingView. That just shows you what TradingView knows. They're just taking whatever stupid articles written by News BTC or any of those that just make up articles that don't know what they're talking about. I see them all the time. I'm certain this time, because it's going to be the whole Fed commission that's going to be voting against Powell. But we'll see. What happened to the mission? I don't know. There's a third-party company that paid SpaceX to take their stuff up into space, and then it was going to be the satellite that was going to go around the moon, and it was going to broadcast back to Earth and do all of this stuff, and it just never happened. If you're new here, hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get Kriss to 40,000 subs. I like that. I like that. You are just a ray of sunshine, my friend Galvin. It's going down. I sold all my coins. That is just dumb, but okay, whatever. You've got a lot to learn there, my friend Galvin. A lot to learn. You should stick around and just watch my videos and live streams for a month or so, and then decide whether you want to get back in September. Soon it'll hit 200 likes, extended stream. It's already 3 hours plus. It's already extended. We're so close. I didn't want to miss the all-time high. So close. You're not going to make it if you just sold. It might not go lower to buy back in. I've told this a million times over and over again. You're a bit more bullish on Bitcoin, 200 to 250. We'll see, Will. We will. Yes, I know, Ramon, you and your 31 cents. I know. I know. I sold some ETH for pump a few weeks back. Glad I made that loss back from the smelly one. Well, I mean, my pump is doing pretty well. Well, half of it. The first half I bought. I'm still down on, but the second half I bought at the bottom. ETH is trying to make another little run up. What are you doing, cat? You're in my way. Doge moving up. Bitcoin 123. Still right there. When you're there, I can't. This is ultra bullish. Ultra bullish. It's toying with us. I know, right? Look at that. toying with us. Oh, now it's closer than it's been. 123.089. My friends, this could be it. Oh, there's the pinger. Here we go. Are we ready? Totally faking us out. But I did hear the ping. Oh, look at that. It just jumped down into the red. Wow. All right, we're going to get some volatility. Yeah, that was a Bitcoin short. $225,000. The market makers are battling over this. No more scalping, no more trading. If we crash and dip, you just buy some more. Exactly. That's where I am too, Ramon. I'm not swing trading anymore. Better late than never. Yeah, Pengu will go on a run, Orbit, eventually. Be fearful when everyone is greedy, you sold. Well, good luck. Thank you, Pitchpole. I know, right? All right, Charlotte. So close to Bitcoin all-time high, which is going to be really cool, but you got to go to bed. I get that. I get it. It's like, come on, let's get it over with for Charlotte. Let's do this. Let's do this for Charlotte. Come on, big green candle. Boom. Boom. Yeah, we looked at the heat map earlier, Ramon. We can call it up again in a little bit. But Doge really isn't doing much. The action's all on ETH and Bitcoin right now. What, Nick? I gotta change the diaper on my cat? What? I gotta change the diaper on my baby? Any minute now. Christoph says any minute now, Charlotte. Well, another big red candle shows up. I know, and we're not even in greed. ETH as well, rejected. Good luck, Calvin. I want everybody to win, even if you do something stupid like sell right now. I want everybody to win. Yes, Maramello. Dogecoin is the only crypto on all of TradingView that has its own animation. The little dancing Doge comes out every once in a while. Not any other crypto has anything like that but Dogecoin. Isn't that awesome? The dancing Doge. I catch it on my video sometimes in the mornings. And we catch it on the live stream sometimes too. We go to Doge and then the dancing Doge comes out and it's like Cool. The dancing Doge. Ah, not this time. Yeah, it's pretty cool seeing it, right? It's the only crypto that has it. This Bitcoin, man, come on. We're so close. We're so close, dude. It's just toying with me now. It's toying with me. You thought it was something I was doing, DB? Oh, that's funny. No, that's TradingView. Surprised Sol isn't going up more. Yeah, this 200 mark for Sol, it's just hugging this green line here, this 200 line that I have. Just not moving off it. ADA's at 88.88. I know, buddy. You're walking on my... Charlotte, take this cat away. Stupid cat. Walking on my keyboard. Ah. God. Spoiled. Spoiled cat. Well, I actually started an hour early today because I thought we were going to hit an all-time high. Now here we are 3 hours later. 3 hours later. And it hasn't happened yet. It's teasing with me. Look at this. It's just teasing with me. Yep, Charlotte, that's all he wants. He's purring now. Now he's happy. He got what he wanted. Oh. Bitcoin chart is like watching Pax cow the bullets. It is teasing with us, that's for sure. I know, Nick, right? Just get it over with. Christoph, be careful. Be careful there. Oh. See, Bitcoin dominance, still 59. Doge Bitcoin, just under 20. Bitcoin is teasing me. I do not have an all eyes on Bitcoin version. All eyes on Bitcoin. Well, you know, Charlotte, he is the market maker, right? Another outdoor live stream. I don't know. That was a pain to set up. It was fun to do once, but maybe on a Saturday when I have time. But But this Bitcoin chart, that is toying with me. So Lunatic, I was predicting 125, and then it would retrace and take out a bunch of leverage longs. Probably go down to like 122. But it's saying, no, 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 Kriss. No, no, no. I mean, we're still looking at Bitcoin at $123,000 a coin. I mean, that's just amazing in itself. $123,000 a coin. And yet, Dogecoin still outperforms Bitcoin on the green days. Even with Bitcoin so close to its all-time high. And Doge is just bouncing off this line. Bitcoin totally teasing with me. No, Kriss, we're not going to do it. For those just coming into the live stream, this isn't how I typically live stream. This is 3.5 hours in now, and I'm just like, come on, can we just get it over already? And we're usually not just watching one thing. Usually I'm drawing and going amongst many different coins, but we're so close to a new Bitcoin all-time high, which is a cool thing. I mean, it's a big thing. And I don't want to miss it. It just keeps faking me out. I mean, you can just blast right through it in an instant. It's only like $150 away. Catnip party at 125. Another members only live stream? Yeah, we might do that. I'll do the classic rock, DJ. I'm not into metal. But classic rock all day. I'm just tired now, Manuel. Now, there we go. Come on, $100 more. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh. Sums up. No Sabbath. I actually have a playlist with the lighter Led Zeppelin stuff, which is pretty cool. It's pretty chill. Some of the lighter stuff does rock out a bit, but yeah. But no, didn't get into Black Sabbath, Ozzy, just wasn't my thing. Good night, Nick. So close. Look how close you are. Pax Cat, look, it's so close. After the classic rock scene in the 70s, I got into alternative music in the 80s. So it was a lot of alternative stuff. So just didn't listen to the metal stuff, and it was all alternative. We had a great radio station here in Boston, WFNX, alternative radio. It was the best. The best. Talking Heads, awesome. No, didn't like the electronic music of Kraftwerk. The electronic music stuff just never did it for me. New Order, of course. Yes. Big time New Order. I wanted to go see Hooky, who was here in Boston last year on one of his tours. Look at Bitcoin. We're right there. $50 more. 50 more stinking dollars. That's the one thing that's great about Hooky when he goes on tours. He plays a half set of just old Joy Division music, and then he does the other half New Order. Yeah, tragic story of Ian Curtis. I watched the movie too. They made a movie version of it. That was a pretty good movie about those days and what they did after. Yeah, I know. I got to work on my chair. Christoph, you're going to quit tomorrow? That'll pump the markets, right? If you quit? Yep. Well, if Bitcoin makes a new all-time high now, you'll be saved, Christoph, and you won't have to quit. If Bitcoin makes a new all-time high now. Yeah, Peter Hook ends every one of his concerts with "Love Will Tear Us Apart." Yeah, Ramon, I just never got into Kraftwerk. Never did. Saw them in Berlin. Well, that would have been a good place to see Kraftwerk, in Berlin. Doge breaking out over 24.44. Come on. ETH, green candle moving up. So Bitcoin, one last push here. Come on. It's thinking about it. When's Dogecoin going to punch Jay? I don't know. Yeah, I saw a new order on the Technique tour in Miami. Must have been 1989, 88, somewhere around there. That's where I saw a new order. We got a ping. Bitcoin, 160,000. ADA, 189, and another ADA at 780,000. Boom! Oh! Boom! There it is, my friends. Woohoo! We did it. Let's go. That's why we waited, my friends. Look at that. And there it goes. Like I said, once it reaches, it's going to go. Kaboom. Woohoo. Pax Cat. Let's go. Woohoo. Well, looky there. New all-time high for Bitcoin right here on KrissPax Live. For those that waited it out, congratulations. Woohoo! Christoph, you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow. Woohoo! Dogecoin, pump. ETH, come on. ETH is weak. Algo, up. Solana, up. Cardano, look at Cardano pushing up. Let's go. Let's go. Woohoo! Bitcoin, new all-time high. I clicked back just in time, low boy. Just in time. I was just saying it could just take off all of a sudden and boom. Pump a lot. We will call you Sir Pump a Lot, Christoph. Next time you quit. Oh. And there it is. Well, Monica, hi, you made it. If you've been lurking or you just tuned in. Well, that was historic. And now here we go. And we got a lot more Bitcoin. Look at that. There's $1 million trade there that got wiped out. More at 100,000. There's a 2 million got wiped out. What did I say? As soon as it got over the previous all-time high, it would start taking out all these shorts. Boom. It is doing it. Woohoo! What do you think there, Cat? Ooh. So all of you who voted Bitcoin in the poll, you won. Congratulations. Yeah, that ADA move was good. It just touched 90 cents here. Didn't quite cross over on my chart. It might have on another exchange. But Dogecoin's moving up. Nice. Finally breaking out of this mess it's been in the past few hours. ETH coming up nice. Solana 202 moving up. This is bullish. Bullish, I say. Bitcoin new all-time high. You came on before 4. You've been lurking, but that's cool. That's all right, just enjoying. Well, that was pretty exciting to see that just pop right over. New all-time high is now 123.6. 123.6 is the new all-time high. This is what we did last time. We kept changing this line as it went up. I remember that. We're about to break it again. The pinger's going off. Again, the pinger. Bing, ping, ping. ETH just made a big move up, took out some more shorts. Doge moving up. Bitcoin new all-time high. Yeah, Jay, you're killing it this season. Legal ways for not paying taxes? No, man. There's no legal ways to not pay your taxes. Nah, it doesn't exist. Is Pengu going up? Nice. Pengu trying to get back to 4 cents. Let's go. And the other one was Bonk we were watching earlier, right? Slowly coming back. ADA about hit cross 90 cents. And Bitcoin, new all-time high again. 123.640 is now. We did this last time, I remember. Just kept moving the line up. Yeah, Bestia, new Bitcoin all-time high. It's now 123.640. What do you think, Pax Cat? That's pretty cool, right? All your coins are pumping after the new all-time high? Yeah. Isn't that great? Reducing paying your taxes. The only way you can reduce it is by selling some other things for a loss. That's called tax loss harvesting to help reduce your profits. If you have anything that you're under on right now, you just sell that and then rebuy it. And then you take that loss off your profit. Oh, 669. I just saw that one. 669, new all-time high. 123.669. Got your 69s right here. 69s. That Doge is moving up. Nice. ETH's got to move up higher to take out some more shorts. Short squeeze, baby. Short squeeze. Good night, Charlotte. We made it. See you tomorrow. I love it. Is this a good time to buy Bitcoin? That was a good one. You'll be in the less than 1% that actually ends up in the negative because you bought the top. Yeah, buy Bitcoin, nothing lower than 123,669. You can't buy any below that. It's got to be 123,669. Oh no, I'm down on my Bitcoin. Oh, too good. Yeah, Arbitrum is still moving. Arbitrum now up 20% on the day. And Bitcoin dominance is still going down, even though Bitcoin just hit an all-time high. Bitcoin dominance is going down. Isn't that crazy? Meanwhile, Zach is still in buy bonds. I know, right? Hey, Ada made it, 90 cents. Here we go. Cardano on the move. Now, everything that's just been sitting there waiting is now starting to pump. That means XRP too. Yep, XRP. Moving as well. Let's go Doge. I still think we could see 125, Donnie, but Bitcoin's been toying with me for 3 hours. You know, it's like, God. You bought $1 of Bitcoin at the all-time high? That's a good one. That's a good one, Steven. A nice commemoration, right? At the all-time high. I wonder what Robinhood would have given you if you just did a market order there. Like 124 or something. That'd have been awesome. Hey, Anthony. We're all waiting for Doge to pump. It's still moving up while Bitcoin's retracing. Again, I'm zoomed in. I'm on a 5-minute chart, but that's because we're watching Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. So yeah, I thought it was going to go higher. Yeah, there's no pumping in peak. All right, gang, I'm going to call it here. Hey, I had an 8-hour Marmello on Inauguration Day. Inauguration Day is still my longest. No, I'm not going to stay up for ETH. If ETH hits an all-time high, that's up here, so be it. Good for ETH. But we saw Bitcoin's live. Bitcoin's starting to pull back a little. Again, I'm really zoomed in close. So, but hey, everybody, new all-time high. Congratulations to us, to everyone, to crypto. We're all making money. Everything's in the green. We're making money. And I know Doge isn't doing as well as a lot of other things, but it's doing better than Bitcoin today even. And Bitcoin hit an all-time high. So we have that. I'll be live again tomorrow. Check me out. A lot of good things happening. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.